why are you denying that waterboarding was in part among the tactics used to extract the intelligence that led to this successful mission?
No, I think some of the detainees clearly were, they used these enhanced interrogation techniques against some of these detainees. But I'm also saying that, the debate about whether we would have gotten the same information through other approaches, I think is always going to be an open question.
So, finer point, one final time, enhanced interrogation techniques, which has always been kind of a handy euphemism in these post 9/11 years, that includes waterboarding.
That's correct.
All right, there you go. And last night, Brian Wilson asked General Hayden, what if it was your family? Which don't even get me started. Joining us now is Roger Simon, CEO Emeritus and founder of PJ Media. Hey, Roger.
Hey, well, I've been listening to all this torture stuff, and it's getting pretty, I'm feeling pretty tortured myself just listening to it.
But I was going to say, you get...
Because it's all full of baloney. No one knows what happened. I mean, and, the times were so different. Back in, 04, 05, we were pretty scared that they'd do it again. Of course, I'm scared they'll do it again now. So I just want to...
Well, yeah, and I hearken back to George Tenet's interview with 60 Minutes in 06 when he said, look, I was told there are nukes in New York. I was told that threats against apartment buildings, office buildings, this and that. We had to find out the information. I mean, and now people are saying that's not who we are. I need Barack Obama to tell me who we are? You mean if, God forbid, there was a threat against schools in Washington, D.C., he wouldn't do everything he could to save those schools where his daughter goes to school? Give me a break.
Of course. And listen, it's worse because this is all a big distraction from what I think is the most important thing going on right now, which is the Iran negotiations. And the news that's coming out of this under the radar is scary. I mean, they're still working on the Iraq reactor, although our government claimed they weren't, and apparently they really are. And the Iraq reactor is a heavy water reactor. You know what you make in heavy water reactors? Thermonuclear weapons. Hydrogen bombs.
Absolutely.
I mean,
well, we're lifting the sanctions on Iran.
Times what was on Nagasaki. Okay.
And we're lifting the sanctions on Iran and planning to put sanctions on Israel because there's nothing more reprehensible or dangerous to peace in this world than Israeli construction workers.
Oh, they're horrible. I know. They're very bad. I mean, they might stub somebody's toe, and you never know. You get a stopped-up toilet. Things happen. On the other hand, this thing is, I mean, it's so under the radar. It's so despicable. It's who's doing a great job, and I recommend all your viewers to truck on over to foreignpolicy.com. I have nothing to do with them, so there's no personal interest in it, but man, are they following this story. And the story is truly scary. It's not, I mean, remember this. I think people should remember this. The hydrogen bomb was built in 1952. How many years ago is that? 62? All right, now the Iranians may be a little behind the times, I'll grant you that, but that's way behind the times. So this is serious stuff. It's not just, a joke.
No, it's not. All right, let's move to Hillary. You wrote a great you wrote a great piece at pjmedia.com explaining Hillary's sympathy for the devil. Now, when she said, and she has made so many misstatements, her foot has been in her mouth so many times since the book came out alone, and What Difference Does It Make was a classic of hers too. But when she said that we have to have empathy for our enemies, what on earth is this woman talking about?
I don't really know. I mean, our enemies are ISIS. These are guys who slice people's head off or shoot them wholesale after they have dug themselves a community grave, like they used to do in the Holocaust. But that's what they are. Now, what she means by empathy may not be. Sympathy is, oh, poor guys, they must have had bad childhoods. Empathy, I guess, means what is it that makes them like that? Then maybe we can help them or something insane like that. But I think the thing is that she misspeaks a lot. But the thing about her misspeaking is when people misspeak, they tell you something, unfortunately. I mean, life is a Freudian slip, if you know what I mean. So,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, once in a while, if you misspeak, you misspeak. If you misspeak all the time, you're trying to tell us something, and we ought to listen.
Well, tell us what she's trying to say here. And how bad, of all the misspeaks, how bad is this one?
I think it's pretty bad because I think she's really confused of what evil is. And so that's pretty. Someone who's going to lead the free world, that's really scary. Well, we've already seen what it means because Obama was exactly like that. Is exactly like
Right.
that. But talk is that Hillary, because of her husband, would be a little different, a little more hawkish. I don't believe she. If you don't get evil, if you're still living in this kind of, world of free thought out of the '60s or something like that, that everybody has his reasons and so forth, you're going to get killed. That's it. I mean, that kind of thing works in psychotherapy with your neighbor, but it doesn't work with ISIS.
Absolutely. And Roger, just this French guy, David Drajan, the bomb maker, the master bomb maker that we thought we had, CNN is now reporting, their Pentagon reporter, that now it looks like he could be, in fact, alive. But maybe we should get him a TV in a hotel room and talk to him nicely. Anyway, Roger, great talking to you, sir. Always great talking to you. Have a great rest of the week. Bye-bye. Roger Simon, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be back with the LA-based minister and political commentator Jonathan Gentry. And that'll be right after this break. Excuse me. But first, do you know going green could also help save you some green? For more on high-efficiency smart thermostats for your home that can help reduce energy costs, here's your Max to Life moment.
When it comes to controlling the comfort of your home, everybody has different requests. Nowadays, a thermostat can be smart enough to know your schedule, your routines, when you come and go, and adjust to your every need. But can the comfort be just as efficient as the cost?
Well, your smart thermo is set up to save money through HVAC costs, and that could be your temperature, your humidity, anything that involves the HVAC system. The way smartphones and smart thermostats work is they allow the user to control them from anywhere in the country to make sure that they're getting the highest level of efficiency with their thermostat.
An average household spends nearly $2,200 a year on energy bills, half of which go towards heating and cooling empty and unused spaces. Having a smart thermostat in your home can save time, use less energy, which in turn saves you money. Many companies sell them, so shop around for the one that best suits your needs.